Welcome, Aries, Taurus, to your April mid-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Best messages for the mid-month, please, coming out. It's definitely a dynamic time right now. Let's see what is going on. Ooh. Right now, it says just a time right now to have some kind of acceptance, go deep within your insight. Look and watch for that change that is going on, and anything that you might need to release, go ahead and let it go, my friends. It's not even needed anymore. Why? Because you have this new perspective of things that are going on within your life, right? You have this new turning point within your life right now at this time of the year, and it is time to just, you know what? That's it, right? That is it. I want this change. I want this cycle to turn. It is turning in my favor. And you know what? I don't need that. Cleanse that space, right? Cleansing that space for that full moon that's going to get ready to come out as well. So let's see what's going on. Clarify on that beautiful hangman, please. We have the King of Pentacles coming out. So it is talking about that wealth, that business, that success, taking on that authority. You might even feel a little generous right now, maybe a little over generous, right? Maybe just within giving of your pinnacle. So it does look like this is time, you know, for dating, going out, enjoying life with the Nine of Pentacles. You know, there's a lot of comforts and a lot of rewards, and feeling a lot of financial security and stability right now. Look at that. Oh my goodness, guys, what are you walking into? You might even have this beautiful Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo around you, which is catching your attention. Okay, so definitely is getting some kind of message and moving up the ladder over here. So it does feel like whatever is going on within this change over here that you are perceiving as a change, and you know you can feel this change. It just feels like, yeah, there's swift movement, swift action going on, a lot of accelerating things going on within your life, things that are going to almost come to a shock, right? Why is the shock? What's up with the big shock, right? It's because of the change. It's because things are changing. Wow. Okay, what is changing over here? Your relationship is changing to the Ten of Cups, to the Three of Pentacles. So if you do feel like you have a relationship and you want to pursue something that's of a mutual understanding, it looks like your relationship is moving to the next level as you are collaborating and building this relationship up together. So it does look like, hey, okay, so it does look like there's going to be a lot of motivation, energy, and a new direction to where this relationship is moving itself into. So it does look like there it is, right? I'm moving. You guys could be dealing with a Taurus, by the way. Okay, I do have Taurus here twice. Big wise, right? And it also could be a Capricorn. I have Capricorn here twice as well. Could even be a Virgo. A lot of Earth over here. Lots of Earth. And then Pisces twice as well. So it doesn't have to be. It could just be heavy in the charts, or, you know, whatever. Clarify on how they're going to move. Why are they moving? They're moving because they've accepted what went wrong within this situation. They have accepted what's gone wrong within this situation. They realize that there was personal setbacks when it came to this relationship. So now they want to negotiate. They want to have new conversations. They understand the shortcomings, and they want to smooth over all of the things that went on within the relationship. Ooh, balancing things out. With the King of Wands, they understand, they have seen the bigger picture themselves. So it's kind of crazy, like they're seeing the bigger picture within the mid-month as you are also seeing the bigger picture within the mid-month. And it does feel like where the irritation was, now there's going to be more motivation for the two of you to be able to come back together so that you can meet up in the kind of like the middle, right? It does feel like there could have been some buttons that were pressed. Excuse me, guys. Something in my throat. Talking about lack of communication, right? Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's almost to the point where it's like picking a fight is not where it's going to be now. So if you guys felt like you were irritated and buttons were being pushed before, it just feels like all of that's kind of over with. Now there's more determination to want to negotiate, wanting to come back around, wanting to fix this, find peace within this relationship. And I can see that you're doing a good job over here, right, as you're feeling more comfortable. Like I said, because you're feeling more comfortable about the situation, you feel more comfortable and more rewarding. And as you have this message come through from this King of Wands, right, which also could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or a Aries, but however, as they come through with these messages, you're going to realize that they want to put all those petty fights and arguments and all those things that they were doing away so that they can come back, you know, they want to come back around. They understand. They didn't want to move on. They've moved on from the fight. So we're looking at a reconciliation. That is exactly what it is. I want to reconcile this situation. They've gone through a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry. Maybe you have too. Maybe you even thought that this was going to be a hopeless situation. So it feels like, you know, well, let's think about this, right? Let's release this, take this change. There it is, Ace of Wands, reconciliation, wanting to start over, wanting to start this from a new heart's desire, wanting this to grow, wanting to see the potential for this new beginning. They want to see this potential. They say, you know what, I want to see this potential for the new beginning, right? Let's see how you're feeling about the situation. For cross watchers, right, they're going to say, well, how are you feeling about the situation, Gemini? What does Gemini want? Gemini says, well, we're going to reconcile from I'm going to look in the past over here. But it does look like you are. You're truth seeking. You're taking your time alone. You're seeking inner wisdom over here about the past. You're saying, what is it about this relationship do I want? How am I going to do this? So it does look like you are thinking deeply about the situation, from the Hermit to the Hangman. I mean, that's pretty much almost the same card in its own ways, right? A little bit different, but it does look like there is a lot of love over here, but whether or not you're going to keep this marriage going or you're going to keep this relationship going, it does look like, you know what, they have come out with some kind of new feelings. And it looks like you may have some new feelings around the situation as well. But there is some kind of, I'm going to make boundaries. I'm cutting through your shit though for the love. So cross watchers, if you're going to come back towards Gemini, this is my Gemini card, and it's saying I'm cutting your head off. So if you don't want to work on what we need to work on for the love, boom, and come at me the way you need to come towards me, you know, then how are we going to build on this? That's for the, you know, not all of you Geminis are going to feel that way, but that's the majority thereof. Right? So it is like, you know what, we need to clear some boundaries. And maybe you're looking at it the other way. Maybe you're saying, you know what, I'm going to clear boundaries and go after what I want to love, and see you later, Gator. Take it how it resonates. But over here, this person really wants this victory with you. They are going to come in as the knight in shining armor over here with the Knight of Cups. They want to offer this proposal. They have rested, they've recuperated through the situation, and they're planning the future. They're planning on what? They want the victory. They're planning and recuperating to offer you this cup of love. They say, will you take my proposal? Are you going to be my love? They want to balance this thing out. And it does look like, you know what, through the passion and emotions, they're going to have this cool kind of logical head, though, going on as well. But I see you as that as well, coming up as your own energy over here. It's like, okay, but we're going to get down to the logics, because this is going to be my head over my heart, because that's air sign energy, right? So this is called, I put my foot down firmly to let you know exactly what it is. Now I can feel where this kind of shock is coming through. There's kind of this shocking, like, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go. Will this go to the left field or the right field? But no matter what the situation is, they want to progress this with you. So they're definitely going to be coming at you right now, right? Because they do feel like but it's going to be slow and steady with the Knight of Pentacles. Still think some of you are dealing with a Taurus. This is definitely slow and methodical over here. And this is because they don't want to have the conflict. But they do realize that there is going to be some kind of, like I said, this is going to be some kind of emotional distress when it comes to the situation. But they don't want to fight about the situation. But they want to win at all costs. They want to win your heart. They want to win in this marriage. They want to win in this engagement. You know, they want the overall happiness of the home, of the relationship. Okay? But yeah, they're definitely coming towards you. And it's kind of funny because it's almost like with this action, the fastest moving card in the world over here is so funny because it feels like this is in their head. They're like, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go. But then I methodically start moving really slow. So, okay. Because see, it's kind of crazy. See, they do come at you. There's this really fast texting. Go, boom, 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 boom. Right? All of a sudden, fast, moving. And then all of a sudden, in the very end, they start taking it really slow. Right? They start taking, it's almost like as soon as you put your foot down, oh my God, that's totally it. They come at you super duper fast for this information. Come on, I want to love you. Let's fix this. I love you. Reconciliation. And then as soon as you put your foot down, boom, it makes them slow down. They're like, oh, wait, I have to disengage for a minute. I have to go think for a minute. I don't know how to come back to this. Gemini just put their foot in, you know, they just put their foot down and said, but this is going to be this way, and this is going to be this way, and, you know, things of this nature, as they were coming at you as the Knight of Wands, like boom, boom, boom. Now, all of a sudden, once you, yeah, that's totally it. So you find that it's really, really fast. And then once you engage within this conversation about what it is this is going to be like, they slow down. They don't know what else to do. They're like, whoa, hold on, the intensity is too much. They find the intensity too much. They don't know what to do. They want the peace and harmony. But all of a sudden it brings up all these things. And they're just like, oh, wait, hold on. Right? The situation's got really, really intense. I gotta slow down. You know, because she or he, you know, you just gave me the runaround. I mean, like, oh my gosh, you just told me exactly, you know. And it was probably things they didn't want to hear. And that's what made them slow down. Oh my gosh, yeah, because they have to focus and rethink. They're going to have to focus, rethink about how they're going to come back at you again. But now they feel like it has to be more justified on that situation, so they can't do it. Because why? So they're procrastinating. See, there it is, procrastinating, playing it small, backing the hell up. Why? Because they don't know how to return to you until they can get everything in. So then you are going to say, well, I thought you were going to fix this. What's the delay? Why are you fence sitting? What's the procrastination? Well, because you told me exactly how it was going to be and I didn't know how. It was so intense, I don't know what to say. So I have to think about these things. So not only do I feel like you're the hangman, I feel like they're going to end up the hangman too. Because now they have to sit over here and say, oh, wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so they're going to iron out a lot of this stuff within their head and try to get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, so what am I going to do with Gemini? They just told me exactly what it is. And ouch, it kind of hurt. You know, whether I want to believe it or not, that's exactly how it was, and that's how it has to be. You know, they laid down the law, put up some boundaries, and told me if you don't like it, you know, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. You know what I mean? And they know that, and that's the way they're feeling. So that's why they slow down. So all of a sudden, you probably won't even really hear from this person, except for off and on until the end of the month. Right? It's like all of a sudden, the end of the month, you're like, hey, where the fuck did you go? I thought we were doing something. I thought we were fixing this. And they're like, psh, not after you became the law. Because they knew it was true, though. You can only do such a thing if you know it's true. So they don't know where to even start putting their foot now. Except for in their mouth. Right? They're afraid if they come back, they'll put their foot in their mouth. You know, now they have to go and start it all over again. So yeah, they're stuck. Oh my gosh, yeah. Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. It's going to be to you and through you, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So best messages for my beautiful Geminis. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, beginning of a new cycle for sure. But it's just kind of crazy because it's like, yeah, take your first step. But I kind of feel like taking the first step over here is kind of more like on their side. And you're kind of like, I don't know, you know, you're kind of like, okay, bye-bye. Are you coming to me or away from me? I don't know. But you definitely have these first steps. I think that's going to be the beginning. I think it's for both of you, right? How funny. So it says breaking the trail, that a breakthrough is at hand. I do think that they will come back towards you, my friends. It might just take a little bit of a while. So Spirit says, as you're waiting for them, just relax. Kick back, drink a margarita. You know, if you don't drink, have some chocolate milk, whatever, right? Just kick back, lie back, relax. Have that iced tea, whatever, right? Anything, just enjoy yourself, right? Until they get back. Because then they're going to have to see the bigger picture before they can come back because they're all over the place, right? So yeah, just enjoy the journey, my friends, until, you know, they'll be back, right? And you know it too, because you're probably even saying it, they'll be back. It's just about, you know, how they're going to come and do this. Ooh, wow. Just enjoy your time, right? Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.